Hello friends, myself Ashok Bagda from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, and today we are going to discuss about basic terminology of vibration from the subject dynamics of machinery. So my dear friends, we know that what is a vibration. So when any elastic body is displaced from its equilibrium position, then the elastic body having to and from motion, that means elastic body having cyclic motion from its mean position, then we can say that the body is under the action of vibration, and the frequency of this vibration is known as a natural frequency. So first terminology is a simple harmonic motion. So if we consider a point P moving around the circle with angular speed omega, so if we consider point P moving around the circle at a angular velocity omega, then this point P will complete a one cycle when it rotates through a 2 pi radian. That means let us consider point P as at an angle theta degree from the center with the origin in clockwise direction. So in this case, so displacement, so x is a total displacement, x is a maximum height of the point. Okay, so theta is become omega into t, and so omega is angular speed into time. So we can calculate theta. So let us consider x is a displacement of point from its mean position after t time. X is a displacement. This is x, small x. So small x is a displacement of point P from its mean position after t time. So omega into t, we can calculate the theta. Capital X is a maximum displacement of point from its mean position. Capital X is a maximum displacement from its mean position. So displacement of point after t time. So we can say that small x, from the figure we can say that small x is equal to capital X into sine theta. So this side is capital X into sine theta. So again we rewrite small x is equal to capital X. So here theta is equal to omega t. So we replace omega t. So we want to determine acceleration. So we make a derivation of this equation. So if we derivate this equation two times, then x dot is equal to capital X into cos omega t into omega. And again if we derivate, then what happen? So x double dot, that means d square x by dt square is equal to x double dot is equal to minus omega square capital X into sine omega t. Now if we put the value x into sine omega t, so it is nothing but it is small x. So x double dot is equal to minus omega square x. So in a general way, x double dot is equal to omega square into x is equal to 0. So this is the equation of simple harmonic motion. Now in a simple harmonic motion, acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement. Acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement from mean position and towards the mean position. So if any body having such kind of motion in which acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement from mean position and towards the mean position, then we can say that a body is moving with simple harmonic motion. So in a simple harmonic motion, acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement from its mean position and towards the mean position. So omega is a natural angular speed. Second one is a time period. So from this figure, we know that the point P will complete a one cycle. So it is a time required to complete a one cycle. So here we can say that capital X is a maximum displacement. Okay, so this is the one cycle. So when time period is a time taken by a motion to repeat itself, or another way we can say that it is a time required to complete one cycle. So time period is always represented in seconds. So we can rewrite Tp is equal to 2 pi upon its angular speed. Then frequency. The number of cycle per unit time is known as a frequency. It is denoted as a small f and expressed in a cycle per second or hertz. So f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi is equal to 1 upon 2 pi upon omega. So frequency is equal to 2 pi upon omega upon 2 pi in hertz. So we can say that frequency means it is a number of cycle per unit time. Amplitude, it is a maximum displacement of vibrating body from its mean position, and it is denoted as capital X. So here the point P having maximum deflection, this is a maximum deflection, this is also maximum deflection or a displacement. So maximum displacement from its mean position is known as a amplitude. Stiffness, so it is a force required to produce a unit displacement in the direction of applied force. Suppose if we consider a spring having 10 centimeter length, okay, a spring having 10 centimeter length, that means 100 mm, and if we pull this spring by applying a 100 Newton load, so and because of this 100 Newton load, a spring having deflection is suppose 2 mm. Okay, so 100 divided by 2, that means 50 Newton per mm is its stiffness. So force upon deflection. So stiffness of spring, it is a force required to produce a unit displacement in the direction of applied force. Mathematically, capital K is equal to force divided by delta. Here K is stiffness of spring in Newton per meter, F is a force applied on the spring in Newton, and delta is a deflection of spring in meter. Next one is a degree of freedom. The minimum number of independent coordinator required to specify the motion or a configuration of system at any instant is known as a degree of freedom. Damping. So damping is a resistance to the motion of vibrating body which cause the vibrating body to come to the rest or equilibrium condition. So whenever we have considered a simple pendulum, if we displace simple pendulum from its initial condition, then our simple pendulum will oscillate through its mean position. But after some period of time, it will come in a resting condition. It will come in equilibrium condition. So this is because of the air is present, pivoted friction is there. So air and pivoted friction will act as a damper. So damping is the resistance to the motion of vibrating body which cause a vibrating body to come to the rest or equilibrium condition. Damping coefficient. The damping coefficient is the damping force or a resisting force developed per unit velocity. So damping coefficient mathematically represented by small v is equal to capital F by V. So force, damping force per unit velocity is known as a damping coefficient. So the unit is Newton divided by meter per second. So Newton into second per meter is a unit. Resonance. So when the frequency of external excitation force acting on the body is equal to the natural frequency of vibrating body, then the body starts vibrating with excessive large amplitude, and such a state is known as a resonance. So in a simple way, we can say that when the force of frequency is equal to the natural frequency, then our body will start to vibrate with large amplitude, and this condition is known as a resonance. I hope you understand about the basic terminology.